Hello everybody, welcome back. This is number 2 of my videos to count down to the Spectrum. It is Matchday 2, released in 1987 by Ocean Software Limited for £7.95. We all know I love a football game on this channel, and this was my favourite for such a long time, at least on the Spectrum of course. I did have Emlyn Hughes International Soccer on the Commodore 64, which I absolutely loved as well, but on the ZX Spectrum, for me this was my favourite. I never actually played Emlyn Hughes Soccer until recently on the ZX Spectrum, but I can confirm that's also a good game. But this was the one for me. When it came out, it was revolutionary, having deflections going off players and stuff, because before balls would just like hit players or they would go through players. It wouldn't actually do anything, but they had what I'm pretty sure they pioneered called the diamond deflection system. I'm pretty sure that's what they called it on this. I'm going from memory on that one, so I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what they called it. Of course, this game had a cover designed by the legendary artist Bob Wakelin, which he did a lot of the covers for Ocean and Imagine Software's games, and yeah, you can tell right away the case is amazing. It's lovely work. I love Bob Wakelin's work. Classic. I know somebody who's got a channel on here, Dave, and he collects Bob Wakelin's covers. He really loves them. So yeah, definitely a legendary artist. You can always recognise a Bob Wakelin, that's for sure. This one first in the best sports game of 1987 in Crash Readers Awards. It was a CMVG hit in issue 76, Computer and Video Games, and a Crash Smash in Crash issue 48. I think that's the one we're going to take a look at in a second. Includes the following music when the Saints go marching in. Yes, boy, it does. Quite a good rendition of it too, for the time, I have to say. This was a game that dominated when it came out for me and my brother. We used to play it like literally pretty much every day. I mean, it was one of those games as well. You could set back heels on it as well, like on the meter, which was pretty revolutionary at the time. I don't remember if there was another football game where you could back heel it. It could be tricky sometimes, like to do the back heels, but well, that was for me and my brother in 1987. Maybe not so much nowadays. I did play a game the other day for the video, obviously, or I switched it on for the video to record on an emulator and ended up playing about 8 matches because I just got absolutely addicted, and I got like absolutely tonked the first couple. I didn't. I got beaten like 1 and 2-0, so it wasn't like a stuffing, but I couldn't really play the game very well at all. I was getting beaten to the ball all the time, but gradually, slowly I got better and found my rhythm, which you'll probably see as you watch the gameplay on this video. Anyway, like I said before, we are going to take a look at Crash magazine, and this is the one that got Crash Smash. This was from the Christmas special 1987. Yes, I do remember getting this game. I think I got this game for my birthday in 1987. So yeah, that would have been for my 14th birthday. I seem to remember the Bee Gees were at number 1 with Diana Ross. That's all I remember around about that time. Well, they may not have been at number 1 then, but I remember we had like a cassette tape with like, it was like Hits 87 or something. That song kept coming on. It's a weird memory to associate with this game, but there we have it. Anyway, I'm going to do my best to read through the review now. It's a bit disjointed at the beginning, so bear with me. I've got to say, like, when I played this game, me and my brother, we were more about the realism, so I don't think I ever played with a blue pitch. Possibly, maybe I did, but they had blue pitches and they had black as well, I believe. And if you went for the green pitch, you could play in either yellow and white. Me and my brother used to play in the black and the blue kits because they were easier to see. But I don't think I ever played on a blue pitch. I could be wrong, obviously. I don't remember every single game I ever played of this, of course. But if you've played it before, which I'm sure a lot of you have, let me know your pitch of choice. Anyway, let's read the review. Football, as they say, Brian, is a great game. And now the jockstrap's on, the boots are laced, embrocation glistens on muscular thighs. My God, they use long words, don't they? Matchday 2, the long-expected reworking of programmer John Rittman's Matchday, 86% overall in issue 13, famous as the one we didn't smash, is about to begin. Oh, they didn't give the original Matchday a Crash Smash. Okay. Yeah, there's probably uproar about that in the day. So choose your teams and prepare to experience a full range of human emotions from over the moon to sick as a parrot. Your team can take part in a cup competition, a league competition, or one-off competitions against others, or the computer. Match timer can be set for 5, 10 or 15 minutes per half, a skill level established and a choice made between attacking and defending tactics. Each team has 7 players and the player gains possession of the ball when it hits him below the knee. You can control 2 players at the same time if the ball is passed from one to the other. The power of each player's kick is controllable and can be locked on for shots at the goal mouth, so you can use maximum force in an attempt to score. Bouncing balls can be trapped if you carefully judge the height of the ball from the size of the shadow. Dribbling and lofting are also possible, the latter done by kicking the ball while running. And to create greater complexity and realism on the field, field, the diamond deflection system has been incorporated. So I was right. I always remember that. It's stuck in my brain, the diamond deflection system. When the ball strikes a player, its rebound takes into account not only the angle of the struck player, but also the direction in which he's moving and that of the ball. If you decide to participate in competition, fixtures are automatically decided and your opponent's skill increased as progress is made. But a code allows the competition to be saved and returned to later. So if your team isn't doing well, you can have words with the manager. Programmer John Rittman and graphics man Bernie Drummond have also worked together on Ocean Smash's Batman and Head Over Heels, issues 28 and 39 respectively. Yeah, I mean, obviously all classics. Yeah, that's something that's not really going to be relevant, is it? The code system. Okay, it might be if you want to go for more nostalgia on this game, but you know, we've got saves, haven't we now? So we can just save it anytime we want to. But the diamond deflection system's brilliant because it was revolutionary at the time, but also you can use it to your advantage. I mean, there's not specifically volleys in the game as such, but you can position it so you can volley the ball. I mean, there's a goal in the highlights that I'm showing you on the screen that I score where I cross it in, and you position your player in such a way that it hits your player and it goes like a volley. And you can do the same with headers. Obviously you can chip the ball in and then you can get under it, but if you get under it at a certain angle, you can sort of head it off at a diagonal angle. It's really good. It was ahead of its time when it came out, for sure. Absolutely brilliant. Right, let's read the comments here. Oh, actually, we'll read the comments at the bottom of the review first. Joysticks, Cursor, Fuller, Kempston, Sinclair. Graphics, functional 3D. Sound, tuned to open each match and spot effects. Options, definable keys, two-player option, all the menus you can eat. Match day is even better the second time around. There's more to do and a skilled computer to beat. Presentation 96, graphics 84, that's a bit harsh. Playability 89, addictive qualities 91, overall 91. Looks like Mike's the one who's bringing the average down here, only giving it 84%. We'll start with his negative review then, even though it's 84%. For everyone who thinks kicking an inflated leather sphere around is fun, this will be the game. Matchday 2 is a huge improvement on the original. Not only is there now a vast front end of options menus, there have been some good changes made to the gameplay. It's the best football game around. It's fairly simple, and 84%. Paul gives it 94%. John Rittman's excelled himself as that standing follow-on from Matchday. He's obviously taken in all the constructive criticisms of the earlier game. Matchday 2 is every option you could think of, and loads more as well. The menus, all 17 of them, are much easier and quicker to use in Matchday, and the graphics have been improved. The back passes are a great addition and very useful. Only the sound lets it down a little, otherwise Matchday is top of the league. Sorry, 94%. And Robin also gives it 94%. Matchday 2 has all the good features of the earlier Matchday, adds several more, and comes up with a definitive football game. There's just about every option you could wish for. Back kicks, corners, barging, and two-player games are all available. Graphics are clear and well animated, with nice little jumps when the player attempts to head the ball. And Matchday is one of the most compelling games this year. The computer isn't easy to beat, even on the simplest of levels, so there's plenty of gameplay, especially when you have two-player matches. That's another thing to note about the single-player game. Yeah, you can jump, obviously, so that's handy for headers. You can use your strength, so you can barge players out of the way, which is often the tactic you have to use to get control of the ball. Also, you control the goalkeeper, so once their player's through on goal, if he shoots, you've got to remember that if you move in a direction and press the button at that point, the goalkeeper dives. So that's another great thing you can do, is you actually get to control the goalkeeper, which is sometimes it makes for like a hairy moments. Like in the first game I played for this video, I let a goal in because I forgot I was controlling the goalkeeper and I dived way too early. I think I got back up and nearly got to the ball, but it was too late by that point. So yeah, it's just a little note that you get to control the goalkeeper too. That's brilliant as far as I'm concerned. Matchday 2, absolute classic for me. It was one of my favourite football games until, like, it probably was my joint favourite football game until I played Sensible Soccer and Kickoff 2 on the Commodore Amiga. For me, I picked it up to do this video and ended up playing about 10 games because I just couldn't stop. That's how much I love it. So I know I'm definitely going to play a lot of this on the Spectrum. If you haven't played it before, you're in for a treat. And if you have, let me know some of your memories again. When was the first time you played it? Where you rate this as a game? I mean, some of the football games we had as options before this really didn't get it close to this. There were games I liked, like Footballer of the Year and Gary Lineker's Superstar Soccer, but you know, they just didn't compete with this one. And obviously the original Matchday was good as well. This one took it up a notch, as they've said in the review. So okay, so that is game number 2 on this countdown. Matchday 2, an absolute classic, and we've got plenty more to go. We're only at game number 2 of 22, so we've got another 20 left. The next one is also an absolute classic, as you can imagine. Not going to reveal what it is yet. I do know, because I've got my whole list. I've got everything I've prepared prepared. I've done all the reviews, I've got everything ready, all the covers and everything, all the overlays are all done, so I know exactly the order I'm going in, but you won't know till the video releases. Such a tease, aren't I? Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. Take care. See you on another one. Bye for now.